Okay, we're gonna check out the Beetlejuice pitch meeting and honest trailer. I've seen the movie, watched it on HBO Max actually. No, I rented it. And it's on HBO Max or Max now. But we're gonna check it out. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it more than the first one, to be honest. But it took me a couple of times to watch the first one. But we'll check this out, see what it's all about. Get ready for the laughs, and get right to it. Here we go.
Tim Burton has taken you across the country, over to Gotham City, and deep into the uncanny valley.
It's okay.
Now, get ready for his final destination, back to the well.
The juice is loose.
Back to the well.
Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Is that really what's happening
Michael Keaton
here?
has ruled American cinemas for 3 decades with a string of audience favorites and Oscar-caliber lead performances. But now, it's time to get paid. Strap in as this icon continues securing the bag for his grandkids' in a whirlwind tour of his classic roles.
Now's my chance.
That despite all the odds, delivered a big hit for David Zaslav.
As we stand here, surrounded by death, let us all make a commitment to choose life.
That's how they open Warner Brothers investor calls these days. 30 years after she narrowly avoided becoming a trash demon's child bride, Lydia Dietz has settled in to a life of minor fame.
Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
And major neurosis.
Can you stop being a freak for like 1 second?
Her daughter is completely over her BS.
She's a delusional fantasist.
Her fiance speaks in Russell Brand tweets.
I already knew what he was doing.
Easier coming from a non-feminine masculine archetype.
And just like Miss Pac-Man, she spends her time gobbling pills to make the ghost stop chasing her.
Try seeing ghosts every day.
When her dad Charles is written out of the movie for being a pedophile / killed by a cartoon shark, Lydia will reunite with her daughter Astrid. Jenna Ortega shines.
I didn't realize like what all was happening with him. And so when I read into it while I was watching the movie, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
As a Jenna Ortega variant, who's basically Wednesday Addams if she made her own clothes.
Literally.
Pain and suffering are always inevitable.
She's still reeling
Same
from the
character,
death of her
really.
father, and the fact that she's already been typecast at age 22.
The closest we ever got to Disney was when Astrid dressed as Cinderella's dead mom.
Come on, Lydia. It's never too early to talk to your kids about diversifying their roles.
Oh, God.
You should know this. Why have 1 or 2 central plots when you could have, like, 5? Try to follow a sequel that's been so long in development hell, it brought back the souls of every spin-off idea along with it. There's Jeremy, the corpse boy next door, who plots to steal Astrid's life for his own. Monica Bellucci's Dolores, an undead witch who sucks you dry. Made up of loose body parts that had to be patched together. Because when you're dating Tim Burton, he likes his women just sewed. Also, hot on everyone's tail is Wolf Jackson.
Look, there was a lot that was going on in this one, and yes, there's a number of story beats and side quests and all kinds of stuff, but it all worked in the end. It all did work. You could have gotten rid kind of Willem Dafoe's character, like that really didn't need to be there, but yeah, I'm trying to think of if there was even a reason for him to be in the movie, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it, and it all melded together in the end. It didn't feel like it was too all over the place. I guess that's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
An actor who played a cop when he was alive and now works as a real cop in the afterlife. Only maybe he's still not actually a cop.
You're not a cop. You're an actor.
Thank you, Janet.
In a film that knows you're here to see Beetlejuice, but
cop?
also knows that less is more with that guy.
Hey, who's Beetlejuice?
Where is he?
Where's Beetlejuice?
But don't worry, you'll get 3 whole minutes more than in the first movie. And once he's here, it's all just side gags and 0 actual storytelling.
Can't exactly go through the front door. I felt a little tingle.
I'm not mad at it.
Spill his guts. No, he was good.
Jump back into the netherworld.
He was good.
The bureaucratic nightmare that awaits us all, where even death doesn't free you from waiting in line.
Take a number, take a seat.
Going to work. running errands.
We are close!
And keeping up with the news. There are even some fates worse than being sent to hell. Eternal puns.
This is the 835 to the great beyond. All aboard the Soul Train.
Jeez, Tim. I know you got flack for never casting black folks, but not like this, man. Not like this. So resurrect your inner child for yet another trip down memory lane.
Billy D. Williams was in Batman.
That's content to coast on nostalgia.
Is that Bexy Dean?
And I'll never have that recipe again.
But still finds room for fresh gags.
Yo.
Weird gross out VFX.
Merry Christmas.
Say cheese.
Oh, dude.
And Willem Dafoe doing a Texas switch in a graveyard. I mean, honestly, you can't ask for much more than that. Starring Dates Nuts.
Oh, God.
The Ghosts
Okay.
Have Eyes 3. The Ghostening.
The Ghostening.
Thursday. Pete Davidson
Yes.
in 10 years. Justin the Room. Pearl Jam's Jeremy.
Okay.
believe you have my stapler.
All cops are actors. Bob, remember.
Is that from Office Space?
You are my number one guy. I don't know how many years in this afterlife I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it. And Baby Choda.
Oh my God.
Death Comedy Jam.
Okay. Death.
30
comedy
years
jam.
can really
Okay.
change people. But Delia has remained exactly the same this whole time.
Sample from my hubby's microbrewery. Micro, is that for people with tiny houses? No! What's wrong?
Oh, I'm trying to capture the perfect primal scream. I know people, I am people. So I die of embarrassment.
I am.
Your
people.
work's gonna go up in value.
Oh, well then.
Plus, she left her grandkid back in Chicago, and there are burglars around.
Kevin!
Hey, Screen Junkies. Did you know we're talking movies again? Imagine that. Click the
So,
box
you have a new Beetlejuice movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's been like 35 years since the original, so I figure it's time for a sequel. That actually is perfect, because the
time.
kids who grew up with the first movie now have kids of their own. Exactly, because what is culture if not a cyclical regurgitation of itself? That's a beautiful thought, so tell me about
Beautiful,
this thing. Well,
yes.
sir, this thing's gonna be a good time. First of all, we're bringing back the iconic duo of Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter. No, they broke up. Johnny Depp, probably not for a while. Michael Keaton. Exactly. And his new muse, Jenna Ortega. Oh, yeah. She's super
muse.
popular in that Tim Burton show where she plays an angsty teen who gets a crush on a local boy in a small town who turns out to be a supernatural monster. Right. So in this movie, she's an angsty teen who gets a crush on a local boy in a small town who turns out to be a supernatural monster. I feel like people are going to like that. For some reason, I do too. So what else is
my
going
God.
on? Not much. Just
Same
doing
deal.
this pitch. What's up with you? No, I mean in the movie. I thought we were friends for a second there. Nope. Dang, okay. Well, Jenna Ortega would play Astra Dietz, the daughter of Lydia Dietz.
That's
She's
sad.
from the first movie. She is. And Lydia Dietz hosts this paranormal talk show, but she starts seeing Beetlejuice again, so she thinks she's going crazy. Oh, Dietz nuts. And then Lydia's father, Charles, dies,
wait.
so they, along with Lydia's boyfriend, Rory, have to go back to
Same
the
thing, huh?
Beetlejuice house. Well, killing off that character is a good idea, considering the horrible stuff that actor did. That way, we don't have to show that character at all. Oh, we're gonna show the character. We are. A lot in photographs and claymation, walking around with no torso, but still talking. Maybe let's just not include him at all, though. Well, no, he was an important part of the first movie. We can't just hand wave that away. I guess that makes sense. So what about Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's characters
God.
from the first movie? Oh, they're not in this one. We're just gonna hand wave that away. Oh, okay. So anyway, at the wake, Lydia's douchey boyfriend
Of all
proposes
the
to her.
actors to
She's
do
like,
that to.
I guess. Does she not like him? Doesn't really seem to. So I say yes, because I want there to be a wedding scene later in the movie. Got it. So anyway, then Wednesday is gonna storm off and meet a local boy and get a little crush. But turns out he's dead. And he tells her that if she comes with him to the afterlife, he can get his life back and she'll be able to see her dad who works there. Oh, did her dad take his own life? No. I think we kind of maybe established that people that work down there took their own lives. Hey, shut up. So then it turns out he's evil and he actually just wants to trade
That
his
wasn't
life
the first
for her
one, right?
so he can be alive again. Crafty little boy ghosts are tight. So now Lydia calls up Beetlejuice to make a deal reveal that she'll marry him if he helps with Astrid. Wow, well, sounds like all our storylines are in place. This is going to be a good time. Oh, there's also going to be a storyline where Beetlejuice's ex-wife is trying to find him so she can suck his soul out, which is a thing she does to ghosts. She sucks the souls out of ghosts. Yeah, so then there's a dead actor turned cop trying to track her down. Oh, okay. Lydia has a pill addiction. Oh, she does. Her mom Delia's going to end up dying too, and she's trying to track down Charles in the afterlife. Yeah, right. Rory only wants to marry Lydia for money. Astrid and Lydia need to fix their mother-daughter relationship. I gotta say, this is kind of a lot of storylines. Are you gonna be able to juggle them all well? Sir, come on. Juggling well is for nerds. Oh, well, we probably shouldn't do that then. Anyway, so if Ghost Boy gets his passport stamped, he'll go back to the real world and Astrid is toast, so Beetlejuice has to stop that. Is that going to be hard to do? Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he pulls a lever and that solves the problem instantly, so that's done. Oh, yeah, see, we're already done with one of the storylines. Just like that, that didn't feel super
and you get your one
satisfying.
F-bomb, right?
Didn't that happen there? These up quickly. There are a lot of storylines. You could have less of them. No. So then eventually it's time for the wedding of Rory and Lydia, but Beetlejuice shows up because he wants to marry her. Okay. And then Beetlejuice's ex-wife shows up, and that cop guy shows up with his whole squad. Oh, what are these dead cops guys gonna do? Be frozen immediately so they can't interfere with the scene. We followed the cop for the whole movie, only to have him frozen in place when it comes time for him to actually do something. Yeah, there's just too many storylines. It's easier if I just freeze them in place for this. You put the plot lines in. You did, yeah. So then Astrid opens up a sandworm portal and a sand... You put to actually do something. Yeah, there's just too many storylines. It's easier if I just freeze them in place for this. You put the plot lines in.
You put the plot lines in. Like, bro, you did this. I love the tone. The tone on that was hilarious.
Yeah, there's just too many storylines. It's easier if I just freeze them in place for this. You put the plot lines in. I did, yeah. So then Astrid opens up a sandworm portal, and a sandworm eats the ex-wife and Rory. So what was the point of having the ex-wife in the movie? Well, she was in the movie. So was the cop guy. Right, but if you took them out, that wouldn't really change anything at all. No, yeah, they don't affect anything at all. But the thing is, they're going to be in the movie. All right. And then Astrid quickly flips through the handbook for the recently deceased and finds a clause that voids the marriage thing with Beetlejuice. How'd you find that specific article so fast? Speed reader, I guess? I don't care. So then they're able to banish Beetlejuice back to the afterlife. Specific article so fast. Speed reader, I guess? I don't care. So then they're able to banish Beetlejuice back to the afterlife.
I don't care.
Along with those cops who did absolutely nothing. Wow, that all resolved itself pretty quickly and conveniently. Yeah, I did it. Kind of. So what do you think? Well, I mean, we have the nostalgia factor going for us, so if that gimmick still gets people to go to theaters, I think we're in good shape. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Favorite one in the comments below. Which one did you prefer? Honest trailer or pitch meeting? Pitch meeting takes this one for me. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.